Okay, go ahead.
Alright, our memorial is the Victims of Gun Violence Memorial by me, Brittany, and Mitch.
Okay, the purpose of our memorial is to provide a place for the victims' family and friends to mourn the loss of their loved ones, to provide a place where the public can come to acknowledge the profound loss caused by gun violence, to help in making the point through symbolism that there must be an end to gun violence. The top picture for reference is called The Nonviolence or the Not a Gun. I thought it was pretty interesting and it fit with our subject, and then the bottom is just a picture from a protest.
Alright, in our memorial there will be 5 pillars and a circle, and the pillars will represent different types of gun violence. There's gangs, schools, public massacres, homicides and domestic violence, and suicides. The pillars will be in a circle with the kind of like in a star shape, I guess, but it's just a circle.
Okay, the numbers. So each of the pillars are going to be a different height, and they represent a different subset, like Shayna said. The cracks at the base will represent the heaviest amount of pillar, and the heights represent how many victims are in that subset. So the tallest, and obviously will have the crack at the base, because that means they had the most victims in that subset.
Alright, on each pillar there will be roses. They'll start out as buds to represent like the smallest age group that died, and they'll go up as they get older. And I think each rose we said would represent like 50 to 100 people. And there'll be different colors on each pillar. There will be red, blue, green, purple, and orange, and they'll go in that order of the most deaths to the least deaths. And there will be walkways to coordinate with each color of the roses to the pillar. The walkways will lead to that color. So if it's a red walkway, it'll lead to the pillar with the red roses. And there will be a white walkway that leads to a private room that we'll talk about later. The walkways will start out straight to represent that we were on the right track, there wasn't that much gun violence. And then they'll start twisting to show how people have become twisted and how there became gun violence. The trash can will be in the middle of the pillars, and the lid will be on the base, held up by the trash can, kind of like how the picture is. There'll be bullets inside of it, and it'll be overflowing with the bullets to show that these bullets won't be used for gun violence. They're already in the trash, they won't be used. They'll be fresh to show this, they won't be used bullets, and it will show that it won't be used for any type of gun violence at all.
Okay, the location. For our memorial, we decided that instead of an exact location, it will be located in multiple spots across the United States. It will be replicated in 6 of the largest cities, which you can see they're represented by the lime green stars. Having 6 of these memorials located will make it more accessible, enabling more citizens to come visit it. We chose the cities Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, Denver, Austin, Springfield, and Richmond, just based on where they were in the country, to make it more accessible for people from all areas. And then our private space is an area of the memorial that will be used for victims, and not for victims obviously, but their family and friends specifically. It will be set apart from the rest of the structure, although it will be connected by a pathway. It will lead to a separate part of the memorial's grounds and have its own building. Its purpose is to provide a space in which victims' family and friends can come to grieve without the interference of the public. The loved ones will be able to leave personal items in remembrance of the victims, and the building of the private space will be in a semicircular, like this picture here, which is the Buckner Building, and it was designed by the famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright. And that's our PowerPoint. So we'll go ahead.
And this is kind of a 3D model of the memorial we want to make. And as you can see, each pathway leads to the pillar, and red happens to be the tallest pillar, and then it goes blue, green, purple, and orange. And right in the middle, you can see the trash cans right here, and it's filled with bullets. And as you go through each pathway, it intersects all in the middle, which happens to be the trash can, representing all the bullets going and not being used towards gun violence. And then this is the private room. As you can see, the white walkway goes off away from the memorial. And there's not much in here, but when you go in here, there'd be teddy bears and all the stuff that the family would use. And there's benches so people can sit. And this is all the memorial.